For many centuries, people have turned to the stars for guidance, seeking answers in horoscopes and zodiac signs. The earliest record of astrology can be found in 3rd millennium BC. But what does our faith say about astrology? Today, we'll dive into astrology in Islam, its prohibition, the spiritual dangers it poses, and how it has shockingly spread across Muslim societies despite clear warnings. First, let's understand astrology. It's the practice of believing that stars, planets, and constellations shape our lives, personalities, and futures. People check daily horoscopes, consult astrologers, or follow zodiac signs for decisions about love, work, or travel. On the surface, it might seem like harmless fun, but in Islam, it's strictly forbidden. The Almighty has declared that knowledge of the unseen belongs to Him alone. No prophet, peace be upon them, was granted insight into the future beyond what the Almighty revealed. Turning to astrology is considered shirk because you are expecting someone other than God to reveal the unseen. The prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, warned that seeking guidance from the stars is akin to sorcery, a practice that cuts off divine mercy and misguides the soul. This ruling has been consistent since the earliest days of Islam. Scholars throughout history have rejected astrology, separating it from astronomy, the scientific study of celestial bodies, which is praised for helping with prayer times and navigation. Astrology, however, claims forbidden knowledge, leading to spiritual harm. Spiritually, it clouds the heart, turning worship into a hollow act because the prayers of a person who gets involved in such things is not accepted for 40 days. Now, let's face the reality in Muslim societies today. Despite these warnings, astrology has surged, seeping into homes, conversations, and even religious spaces. In many Muslim countries, horoscope apps are downloaded by the millions, while zodiac trends dominate social media feeds. Even some newspapers and news media outlets have a section or segment on astrology. Many young Muslims admit to checking horoscopes regularly. Astrologers are sought for making better decisions in weddings and business deals, even among the educated. However, it is all a hoax. This spread is more than a cultural shift. It's a spiritual crisis. When Muslims lean on astrology, it weakens their faith, leading to choices driven by fear rather than faith. Families delay marriages over unlucky stars, businesses falter on bad omens, and individuals face mental strain from conflicting advice. Worse, it opens the door to fraudsters who exploit desperation, charging high fees for empty promises. Such practices invite harmful influences, pulling one away from divine protection. An astrologer might tell you that your financial situation hasn't been going that good, and you suddenly think about the job you lost last week. You might start thinking that the astrologer is a big deal, without thinking that there could be many people who might have lost their jobs at the same time. There are over 8 billion people on the planet. Anything these astrologers will say will fit on someone from any respective horoscope. These things are either speculations or a researched operation where these astrologers ask their team to go through your social media accounts and find information about you that you think the astrologer cannot know. Sometimes they just say it hoping that what they say would resonate with your feelings and your life. In some cases, these professional astrologers also do rituals to take help from the jinn and Qareen about your life, which they then tell people who in return get impressed by this. But why has astrology taken hold in the Muslim world? In societies grappling with economic struggles or political unrest, this false hope becomes a crutch, but it ultimately leads to deeper despair and distance from faith. Global media, Western shows, and movies glamorize zodiacs, captivating younger generations. Social media algorithms flood feeds with quizzes like, "What's your sign?" making it trendy. However, the blame does not lie solely on Western media but also local media, who promote horoscope by including it in the newspaper or TV shows. In some parts of the world, it is just a remnant of the old culture which should have been shunned but is still continuing to this day. Weak religious education system is also another reason. Many Muslims lack deep knowledge of Shirk's severity, seeing astrology as harmless. Even the governments don't do any crackdown on such shows. There is also a group that profits from such things. As certain portion of global Muslim population might horoscopes interesting, there are apps, websites, and TV shows that promote it, targeting Muslims with so-called faith-friendly versions that mislead the unaware. Our faith offers a stronger alternative. We should seek guidance through dua, prayer, and counsel with the wise, not celestial charts. In times of uncertainty and even in normal days, you should always turn to the Almighty instead of astrology and horoscope. To fight this trend, educate yourself and others. Share reminders in your community, steer clear of superstition-fueled content, and ask your family members who are enthusiastic about astrology to stop. Communicate the severity of the issue. If you've explored astrology in the past, repent sincerely. The Almighty's mercy embraces those who return. Replace things like astrology with meaningful habits. Incorporate thicker in your daily life and always trust in divine decree.